on Sunday, January 26, 2025. I just wanted to make a quick video to show the persistence of the sound that is associated with the surveillance systems being used in the house. And so the way I'm going to do that, I've already done this multiple times, and I do have a video on YouTube kind of showing the way I gather the audio, but just to be sure and eliminate, and hang on. And that's what's part of the problem too. So I do have this jammer. It is now completely off. In fact, I'm going to show that it's going to be away and in the vehicle in this video. I'm going to do it all in one video. So just to show there's no other sources of this, the first thing that I'm going to do is, where they're there, I'm going to be using a Zoom H1 to record about a minute worth of audio. But before I do that, I'm going to turn off all of the breakers. So we'll start with all of these and all of those. So now that's all off. I don't think this top one needed anything. And I'll go ahead and take this. This does emit ultrasound. There is one more breaker in this house. It is, so here's the recording jammer, ultrasonic device in the car. Car's locked. And here's the, there's a lot of bees. Hopefully they don't attack me. Fuck me. Those are all off, and holy shit, I gotta get away from those bees. So now those are all off. Got that on camera. So the house is completely, all the electricity's off. I'm gonna go to the breaker. Just show lights are off. Lights are completely off. And I'll go to the meter. Let me grab my sunglasses really quick. I am going to turn, there goes the alarm because everything's off. I'm also going to turn off my phone. Phone off. Watch. Turn this off here. Watch off. This is just a Mavic controller. Put my sunglasses on. The intensity of the whatever they're using, it seems to have gone up. It woke me up a lot. So that's why I want to do this too. So here is the meter. I still have my Zoom in my pocket, but here's the meter. So I can't see it because I have my glasses on, but you can see there's nothing going on there. Nothing. Everything's off. So now, I do believe if I was to start recording outside, you'll still pick up on the sound. And I don't know what the hell just happened there. That was kind of weird. So the power is out. No electricity, nothing running. The TV's off, the power's off. Air conditioner off. Refrigerator hum. Nothing. There's nothing on. Let me open that up. Everything's off. And breakers are all off. Now I'm going to pull out the Zoom. And I'm going to show on camera that you'll still, just to show, this is an external source of sound that is a byproduct of the surveillance systems being used. I hesitate to call them surveillance systems. These are just neuro weapons. It's just a weapon system. They're maiming you with radiation. And so here's the zoom camera getting turned on. Just turn that guy on right there. Let me lock the there we go, there's that. I'm going to try to be as quiet as possible. The dog makes a lot of noise. I'm going to toss the dog. Pearl, get over here, come on. I'm going to toss the dog away. Makes a lot of noise. All those noise. I have the gain set all the way up. I have the gain set all the way up on the microphone, so you'll be able to hear it. So again, here's my zoom. And I'm going to go ahead and record. You can see the name of the file as it happens. Here we go. Whoops. Oh, this is trying to set. All right, got 45 seconds. Let me go to the files. So it should be, where's the files? How do you go into the files? Can't see anything. Need my glasses. And I don't have any light. Trying to see where are all the files. So it was 45 seconds. So I just want to make sure. I want to see if there's an identifier on camera, just to show that there's no other. And I want to get it all in the same video, no cuts. How do you do that? Hang on, let me grab my glasses. Can't see anything. So, can't see audio input about options, hold setting. Okay, there you go. So, it's giving me the option to delete it, but I'm not going to. So, delete file. This is the last file that was recorded, zoom 0022.wave. So now, I'll turn it off. Turn it off. Zoom is off. Still in my hand, still on camera. I'm going to turn on all the breakers again. I could leave the breaker outside off. It's for the laundry room. I'll turn that one back on later. There's a lot of bees. But now, power's back on. I'm going to go ahead and I always keep my computer unplugged. So I'm going to plug my PC back in. That's plugged in again from start to finish. I was going to do this on the phone, but since I know that's the one that has the biggest perp stalker audience, but this will do just fine. So I have this card reader right here. I'm going to pull out the card that's in it right now. Let me see if I can't just balance this on this. Hold the iPad. Whew. I don't know what the sneezing. All right. So here's my empty SIM card reader. Here's the Zoom that I just had in my hand. I'm going to pull the Zoom file out, or the SIM card out. We'll do it all on camera. There you go. There's the SIM card. SIM card going into the card reader. So let me make sure you could see everything. I wish this was a wider angle, but it isn't. So let me just show. One of them, okay, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to disconnect. All right. Okay. So let me go to my Finder, and I would rather do a screen grab, but I want this all in one take. So, oh my God, this is really annoying to move around. It's like a holder for the iPad, and it's really... So here's the Finder. Here's the H1N SD from the Zoom. Zoom 22, file 22. So I'm going to put them in order. So here's the top one. Wait. September 22nd, hang on. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. I don't know why that's got the wrong date. Where's the 26th? Fuck me, I don't see it in here. Date modified. I'm gonna have to do that all over again. January 1st. Oh, the date got messed up. Okay, that's okay. The date got messed up because I was trying to figure out where it was. So I screwed the date up, but there it is. Zoom 0022. That's the one that I just recorded. It should be about 45 seconds. And let me actually, I'm gonna open it in Adobe Audition just right off the bat. I'm gonna take that file, and it's gonna end up right over here somewhere. I'm gonna take that file, and there it is right there. And I'm gonna open this with Adobe Audition. Okay, so it's launching in Audition. Audition takes a minute to load, but there it goes. And I'm going to do all the same things that I usually do with these recordings. So first I'll play, and just to show, got the time, so about 46 seconds I got. Thought it was about 45, but it's 46 seconds. But relatively quiet, except for when I bump into stuff or when I hit the button to turn it off. But it's the file. So I'll play it unedited. So here we go. Got nothing? Don't hear anything at all? I could actually hear the hiss though. So I'm sitting on the couch in the living room just taking the recording. And most people, and this is why when you call law enforcement or you have anybody over, even for a few minutes, most people, because it's near the ultrasonic range, they don't hear anything. But I have really good hearing, and whenever they know I'm always alone in here, so they feel very comfortable turning it up so it gets ridiculously obvious. Okay, so that's without. So first thing I'm going to do is take out some of the hiss and amplify it a bit. All right? Immediately when you do that, you can look, let me turn this off. Immediately when you turn it off, when you do that, you can see all of those little horizontal lines are all associated with the sound. So in the evening, for whatever reason, I don't know if it has to do with signal skipping, but when the ionosphere is lower, you can you could pass radio waves, bounce them off the ionosphere in the evening because it's lower, so it lets you bounce off from a different trajectory, and that's why that might be why I hear the low rumble that you see at the bottom here more prominently at night. But I'm going to focus on the hiss because that's the most obnoxious thing to me here. So you can see here at 14, I mean, you see one here at 7.2, but keep in mind, there's no electricity running in the house. There's nothing in the house. I'm going to get this line here first because it's about 11,000. I'm going to get that one, and I'm going to first boost that. So I'm going to go in. It's going to isolate just that one sound, and I'm going to zoom it. So there's that. There's just one. That's just one. I think this is a series of harmonics. So they're not perfectly spaced. So now that's isolated, but let me get off of that. Now that's all of it playing together. And there's more. So if I go over the 11,000 kilohertz, we're going to go up here to all of these. All of this stuff that you see up here, this is all part of the same transmission. So now I'm going to do these other pretty prominent horizontal frequencies. I'll get these two. These are two at a time. Actually, I'll do them individually. So we'll do the top one first. You can see what I'm doing here is I'm finding that line. There's one above it right there, and I'm going to get that one, and I'm going to raise the decibel rate of that. So now it's isolating it, and I'm going to raise the decibel rate. So that's another one. That's at around 13,000. And then there's more. Like, it goes into the ultrasonic range. So I'll do this one right here. That one looks pretty prominent. So that looks like it's about 15 to 16,000. And I'm going to go in, just isolate that one. And then I raise the decibel by, let's see here. There's 3. Oh, I raised it by a lot until it's like glowing like the other ones. Because we're getting closer to the ultrasonic range, it's still hard to hear. So, but I'll go higher anyways because they're all here, and my dog and I can hear them pretty well. Even though I'm old, like I could still hear high frequencies pretty well. This stuff up here is anything over 18,000 is supposed to be inaudible, so I won't bother with that. But I will get, let me see here. You could zoom in and get like really specific frequencies. Like I'll get this one right here. This one's 12,000. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to isolate that frequency and do the same thing. So now it's isolated. Let me raise the decibel rate. So there it is again. Okay, and so that's 12. I got get it really close. I think I got a little bit too much there. I was only supposed to get that line right there. That's about 11,000, a little over 12, and then about 14 right here. Let me get 14. And I'm gonna walk outside and go onto the roof to show that I'm not near any power lines. I'm not near any cell towers. Yeah, 14 is pretty prominent. That's probably the worst one. So these are all of those frequencies that are associated with the electronic harassment that I experienced in here. So now that's just that one still selected and isolated. There's more down here. So let me get that one. This is about 7,000. So about 7,000. I'm going to go in and highlight that. And then I'm going to raise the decibel rate again. And there's more. I mean, you can see all of those little lines right there. Here's another one, but that's about 7,000. Here's another one right here. So whenever I heard Glenn Greenwald talking about crickets or some bullshit, it's just very disturbing when you have prostitutes like that. I didn't get it all the way through, so, but that's, let me raise it one more. And then all together. And that's what you hear in the house with the breaker completely off. No appliances. I threw my recording jammer in the car, locked the car, and I got this all in one take. So how the fuck do you explain this? Now let me go outside and show where I live. Very bright out here. This is the power line that goes from the all the way out to the thing that goes to the house. But look where I live. Look at this. There's absolutely nothing here. The neighbors have 5 acres. These neighbors have like 5 acres, but there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing out here. There's no excuse for this. This is completely part of the system being used on me. It's very annoying. It's very intrusive because in addition to those squeals and that electric hum that you hear, you also get people who, in an effort to try to make me look like I have some kind of a mental illness, and the criminal co-conspiracy extends to police officers who, when they show up, if you are dumb enough to call like I used to be, thinking that they did their jobs, now they're just fascists. They will give you a misdiagnosis of mental illness, and so I'm going to. This is about what I hear all day, but because it's been, let me pause that. Because it's been 9 years of this nonstop harassment, you sort of acclimate to it, and you learn to just ignore that sound. I could ignore the high-pitched squeal. The thing that I can't ignore is the subversive banter that's also transmitted in here. And I still have not been able to figure out how, and I wonder if part of the reason why they transmit all of this audio here is to mask the vocals, the speech that's being transmitted in there. So somewhere buried in all of this you have a combination of my neural monitoring feedback and also the subversive banter coming in from the people on these programs who I think in an effort to discredit me because they know what they've done is completely fucked up, they have to try to make you look crazy. So they pay pieces of trash to talk shit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 9 years nonstop. And it is just so stupid. They always say things that they think will create shame in you so that they could try to demoralize you and control you that way. Neutralize you is what James Giordano calls it. They want to see how much shit that they could talk and how much they could berate you to break your will so you don't do anything. They probably think they've been doing that lately, but I just moved millions of boxes in the last 2 years, so I'm kind of just like not doing anything. So you can go fuck yourself. It's funny, they're using that as the excuse. Like me pausing for like, and it's not like I even paused. In this time, I have done all of this, and I took a picture of the satellites yesterday that they're using to fry me with. In addition to other things. And so it's going to rain tomorrow, so I can't do it today, and it's very time consuming. But I'm going to point this dish that I have here in all directions. So I got the south side. I got all of those nice satellites in the sky just to show how they, just to show how it works and that it is working. It's picking up on all that radiation coming from 32,000 miles away. And then now I'm going to point it to the other side of the property. And so if there's anything unusual coming from the north side, I don't know if there's any geosync satellites there. It should appear on the scan. Not going to do it tonight because it's going to rain tomorrow. So that's it. I just wanted to get that all in one take. And to any miserable piece of treasonous trash that has a military background who wants to question my sanity, and you are committing treason. Remember, U.S. Code 950T is very important now. U.S. Code 950T is huge to me because that's the law being broken by any military who has, for whatever dumb use, like just there's no real justification for this. It's just xenophobia, homophobia, and the ability to dehumanize specific targets and see that there's plausible deniability. The plausible deniability that's afforded to them through me is because I like to stay to myself. I don't care to go on Facebook and get fake friends. I am not interested in forming relationships while I would like to have friends and like relationships. I would like to date like a normal human being. I'd like to do things like a normal human being, but that is impossible while you have pieces of trash who are spying on everything and simultaneously trying to sabotage everything that you do. So I don't really care about that right now. There's other more pressing things. But to any miserable piece of trash committing treason, attacking me and maiming me and trying to make me look like I'm mentally ill, you can talk all the shit you want about me, but how the fuck do you explain a neutral microphone? So the technology is a sensor. It's measuring these things. I should walk outside right now because I have enough space on the iPad, but I'm not going to. I could walk outside right now, and in addition to all the birds and the cars driving by or whatever, I should still be able to hear the hiss. But what's funny about it is this system feels like it's hitting the house to pick up on all the vibrations, everything, my body and all of my speech, everything. They're picking up on all of it. And that's why you hear most of it concentrated in the house. So call me crazy if you want, but are you also going to call the RF energy being read by the dish I programmed over there crazy? Are you going to call my, where's my Zoom? Are you going to say my Zoom microphone is crazy? Are you going to tell me that this gauze meter is also got schizophrenia? Like, these are all tools that are measuring what's being done to me. And you can gaslight me all you want, and you could fucking call me crazy all you want. It's not going to mean shit. This is a $400 meter. I got it years ago because the radiation was so intense in the house that I was like, I need something to measure it because nobody believes you. And even then, even with all of these tools and all of these things, people are so ignorant and so dumbed down in the United States that they would still just want to label me a crazy person. It's easier that way for them. That's what fascism is. These are the latest toys that are in vogue for fascists. So yeah, explain this. Explain this to me. And remember, US Code 950T, I think it's section 4, says that if you start attacking civilians, you're eligible for the death penalty. And I 100%, and I didn't believe in the death penalty until I dealt with these people who introduced themselves with induced cancer and my friend who's dead. And yesterday I was looking at my thyroid results, and it infuriates me. So these people could go fuck themselves. I'm going to keep posting all of this stuff online. And even though I have absolutely nobody on my Facebook, again, this is all so that I have control of the narrative and can show what it was like to live in a time when there was no rules and regulations for any of these wireless systems and forms of surveillance abuse. So that's it. Explain this to me. Explain.